coming at you live from my boyfriend's car in a parking lot in Alameda, California. And I'm really excited for today's video, actually, because I'm gonna take you for a little microblading journey. I get a ton of questions about microblading in general because it had to be over a year ago now that I started my whole journey of researching microblading and trying to understand just what it was and if it was right for me, and going through it for the first time, all of that stuff. I had so many questions, from cost to pain to upkeep to just even what it is. So I'm gonna take you guys to a microblading session with me today at Brow and Line in Alameda. So I'm really excited to take you guys inside of Brow and Line with me. They are a really professional and highly rated microblading studio in Alameda, just outside the city. So I'm really excited. As far as how my brows are now, I do have microblading still happening there, but you know, it's been about a year and I have some patches. I have some pieces that are not quite, I have some parts that are kind of missing in here. Like when you look up at the top here, you can see that there's I'll let the expert in Brow and Line kind of take a look and walk me through what my brow could and should look like. I've also thought for a while that my brows could be just a little bit darker and probably a little bit thicker. I actually have a really round face, so I feel like my face could maybe hold a little bit of a bolder brow. So anyway, I'm really excited to take you guys inside and meet the Brow and Line team and show you what microblading is all about. You guys, this is Zen. We're at Brow and Line, and we are gonna give these a little bit of a makeover.
Absolutely. Hello everybody, this is Zen with Brow and Line. So I just wanted to share a little bit with you all about microblading. It is definitely a new phenomenon, it's a new trend, and everybody loves it. And so we really have taken our own spin on it here at Brow and Line. We have a technique called the precision blade technique. And basically what it is that we study the brow of every single client and mimic the hair strokes to specifically look like their hair strokes. And so not the same pattern across the board for everybody, but actually a specialized pattern for each client so that you really feel like it's undetectable. It lasts about a year is what clients can expect. A range is typically about 9 to 15 months depending on your skin type, sun exposure, and age. I'm excited, we're about to get started, and you'll get to see Kelsey's journey along the way.
But the difference between a tattoo and microblading would be that this is only the top layer of the skin?
Epidermis. And
epidermis.
The tattoo is the dermis.
Got it.
It's way deeper, and that's why it lasts forever.
Okay, got it. That's why this is semi-permanent,
right.
Is what we say, versus permanent. Okay.
Yes.
So step one is all of my little baby hairs need to get the heck out of here.
We're gonna tweeze them.
Just doing a little tweezing.
Before the numbing.
This is the good stuff, guys. This is the numbing cream. Love a good numbing cream. Which really brings up a good point, because I feel like one of the main questions people always ask is how painful is microblading? And I just want to say for the record, I'm actually a huge wimp and I think it's totally fine. It almost just feels like someone taking a little pen, usually. Like a little drawing. But this is why we love numbing cream.
Most people say on a scale of 1 to 10, it's about a 2 or 3.
Yeah, that makes total sense to me. God bless numbing cream. I'm really attractive. Beauty is all about the process.
Yes.
I was saying that I was already so relaxed I could fall asleep, and then Zen turns off the lights and turns on this music. This would be it. Boom, nap time. We are sitting here strategizing what the plan is gonna be once the numbing takes effect. So we're talking about sort of the shape or the strategy that we're gonna take.
Yes. So what I want to do is I want to bring up the front part of your brow a little bit and blend it into that full arch that you have, because your arch is very bold. It's thicker than the rest of the brow.
Right.
And so I want to lift it a little bit and give you a little bit more definition along the top area.
Right. So basically through here. Yeah.
So you can have a nice full or fuller brow.
Aha!
You see how much I brought you up?
Right.
And you can tell me if you feel like it's too much.
Because they're just so much thinner right now. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you're missing like the equivalent of like a whole gap in
know.
here if you look. But that's basically what I'm filling in here is basically. And so you actually are a little bit higher over here than you are on the other side.
Yeah, and I'm also trying to remind myself that like obviously that line is like a line to indicate where the hair would stop. It's not like that's, I feel like people will see something like this, they're like, oh, that's so dark. It's like, no, but that's just drawing the outline.
So basically connecting you up to this line, because if you look, you're here, you're at this point at the arch.
Right.
But everything else is falling like below it. Right in here.
Right.
So you kind of are coming up at an angle into that. And this would give you more of like a full actual brow.
Right. I think I like that height being there. Like with soft strokes that end up looking natural, you know?
But I feel like everything else about the actual shape is perfect.
I agree.
So like coming into here, like the way that your tail ends, I would probably just give you a little bit more definition right in here. Your tail's supposed to fall right at the edge here. So that's where you're at. You just don't really have any strokes that are coming in there. So basically darken you here.
Right. The actual microblading itself, I feel like, was like really quick.
Yes, it is.
So even though you're here for like hours, like
most of it is getting you numb and then making sure that the actual pattern that we're working with is right. Because if that's incorrect, your brows will be incorrect.
Right. That sound of a new blade.
The new blade opening. Do 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 do. You want to make sure that they always open a fresh blade. You don't want anybody else's used on you. No cross contamination here, okay?
Keeping it safe.
Here we go. You are doing wonderful.
It's not bad. It's to your point.
It
It's
makes
like
a difference for sure.
it's like a 3 on the pain scale, 2 or 3.
It's gonna look crazy.
Not indicative of final results.
No, you will not look like this at the end.
So this is like letting the pigment settle.
Yeah.
Into
So we're
this.
getting it into the incisions and then letting it sit. We're going to let it sit for about 3 minutes while I do the other side, and then it will just be a sitting game on the other side. So here we go. And then we're going to mask this side and let that sit as well.
Do you guys like our super sexy hairnets?
The sexiest of them all.
Yeah. Beauty is, you know, it's a process. I'm just like covered in pigment.
You are. So basically I'm just wiping off the base pigment right now, and then we'll come back for what's left with some green soap.
I love a good brow.
I do too.
I love a good brow. Oh, but it's already even just so good. Like, I'm just so excited. It looks like they're just starting to take shape and like match my face. That color really like nailed it.
Yeah, second pass. Here we go.
Second pass, guys. This is good though. It's mostly on the upper side, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the front.
Guys, we're talking about Black Panther.
Yeah.
I saw it last night and I just thought it was so good.
And I can't wait to see it. I can't wait.
It's so good. I like have to resist talking about it because I want it to be a surprise for you, but.
Actually, I want you to take your mirror.
Oh my gosh.
Do you see the difference?
Yes.
So she's like, yes!
I just like dropped the camera for a minute.
It's kind of hard to tell with the light so bright, but
It just looks so good.
you're so excited, aren't you?
Yes.
I'm not done perfecting them though.
I think it's just like I can see the vision.
They are the same.
Ugh,
You see how we brought them up a lot?
I was gonna say, like, I think that's the thing that's so mind-blowing to me is like just that little like lifting of it and bringing it up
Makes it
just,
more of a full brow, right? Absolutely.
But not overwhelming.
No.
Like this isn't, you know.
No.
I can't even. I'm so excited.
All right.
Let's talk healing.
I need you to stay away from everything for the next 7 days.
No fun.
Everything's
Sit
fun.
in a glass container. Just sit still.
Stay away from food, men, and alcohol for the night. No, I'm just kidding. So basically, you're going to stay away from anything that involves extensive heat or steam or sweat or water. I'm going to send you instructions. They're very thorough, but the main things are no saunas, no hot tubs, no direct sunlight. Showers need need to keep water out of the brows. And if you're going to exercise, you need to wear a headband. But I actually strongly recommend that you just relax for the next week if it's not going to
somebody's
kill you.
telling me I don't have to exercise for a week.
No.
Take a week off from BBG. Basically trying to keep these babies dry and clean.
Absolutely. And you're going to apply your Aftercare Serum in the morning and the afternoon.
What's the serum?
It's basically like a vitamin A and E ointment that we're going to give you. Very similar to what they give you for a tattoo. Just lean back for me for a minute.
Lean back.
Look at her new brows.
Oh my gosh. It's just crazy. That one, it was just filling it in up at the top and it made such a difference.
They're big and bold and yours.
I love it. I just love them. I love them. Oh my gosh, you're a genius.
Thank you.
You're a brow genius.
Out of the way.
Yeah, I wouldn't come here like full glam because
not recommended.
It's a messy process. Look at that, you guys. Oh my gosh, they look so good. They look so good. You're such a genius.
Thank you.
So, the brows are amazing. We're gonna talk about what aftercare looks like.
We are going to apply a very small amount of serum to the brows. You will use about this much, it's just like a little dollop. Swipe up and then over. This is basically just to go on the outside for healing. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. And I'm going to give you some to take with you, and I will digitally send you your aftercare instructions, and I need you to just follow them exactly as they are. They're pretty straightforward for the next 7 days.
So is this like the color people can expect to see the whole time? Does it fade?
It will fade a little bit, about 30% is expected.
Right.
It could be up to 50, and you may need a touch-up. Many people don't. So we really will assess it as the weeks go by. Don't freak out the first week. Your brows will go through a lot of different stages.
I was gonna say, I think there's all these like memes online about the emotional stages of microblading. A lot of people, like, right when they get it done and then it starts to fade a little bit or flake, people start to freak out.
Normal to oily skin types tend to have very easy healing. If you're more of a dry skin type like myself, you may deal with some of the peeling and the flaking and some of the undesirable appearance. You also might have a period where you lose a little bit of pigment and then it will come back.
It's
so
a marathon, not a sprint, people.
That's right.
Marathon, not a sprint.
Just be patient.
Love it. Yay! Okay, well, guys, I can't even. There's no words. I'm just so excited, and Zen is a genius, so come to Brow and Line if you are in the San Francisco Bay Area, because look!
I'll be here.